Good evening. My name is Jean Millhouse, and tonight we'll be talking to Karen Reederson, who has been reading books and reviewing them for many years, and she's one of the outstanding reviewers. And tonight we'd like to talk about some of the recent books she's been reading. Could you tell me what was the latest book you read?
I think I read Rusty Bed Springs.
Oh, and the author was.
I think it was I.P. Knightley.
Oh yes,
Yes, that was formidable book.
And did you enjoy that?
I did. I did. It made me quite thirsty though.
Oh, it did. It had a
Yes.
yellow book cover. Oh, please. It was a serious book.
It was, and it did have a yellow book cover,
Mm-hmm.
and it had a slight odor to it.
Oh, like onions, I suppose. All right. And, on the scale of like 1 to 5, would you just call that a?
I would say that was a 6.
6, right. Well, that couldn't have been better than the open kimono, was it?
Oh yes, by Seymour Hill.
Yes. And he also wrote, last year he came out with another book.
Right, the transparent bathing suit.
Oh, yes. And it was also very interesting. And
They were both quite revealing.
quite revealing, yes. And yes, and one of my favorite books this year was called Revenge of the Tiger, I think. And
It's by Claude Ball.
right, he's a friend of yours, right?
Yes, he's a very good friend of mine. He's recently passed.
Yes, it was actually an autobiography.
It was. He died of sepsis.
Sepsis, yes. And I guess the autopsy they said was quite sad.
Yes, it was.
Shredded.
But it was very apparent what had happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
It was all out there in the open.
Yes, and the tiger, I guess, had something under his fingernails, they said. Then also there was another book that you reviewed, and it was called Brown Spots on the Wall.
Oh, yes, by that Asian author, Who Flung Shit.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Excellent author.
Was that in Chinese, that book?
I believe it. Yes,
Do you read Chinese too? Or?
I do. Mandarin.
Mm-hmm. Now, the cover in that book was, of course,
It was
brown.
It was brown.
Right.
It was brown and white. And a little few white spots for the walls.
That was a comedy, right? Humorous type book.
It had its moments.
Yes, but the very serious book was that Hole in the Mattress, right?
Oh, yes, yes, by Mr. Completely!
Yes.
Oh, it was a tragedy.
Yes, I know. And,
it was.
Bed Springs must have hurt a little bit there with the...
It did. And I heard that he had a sepsis problem as well.
Yes, Mr. Completely and Claude Balls had a lot in common.
They did. Yes.
Right. And so I guess we'll tune in next time for our book review, and thank you very much.
Well, thank you. It was a pleasure being here.
Karen, I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it too, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Okay, we're done. All right, it's pretty stupid, but okay. Now, how do we stop it now?
Cute.
Okay, we stop it. It's